So it's like the sound suits the environment.
The club isn't always the most welcoming thing for crying or for
No, 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 no.
anxiety.
No.
It's actively trying to probably work against that stuff.
Well, that goes
And
back to, making something for a purpose in the location, going back to
yeah,
talking about DJing. I'm DJing at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not and the sun's coming up and everyone feels like crackheads and there's four people there. I'm not playing riding in my truck, bitch, you gonna fuck. I'm playing burr, 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 burr,
yeah,
burr, burr.
to
And
get
everyone's
the
like,
yeah,
oh, I
totally.
feel so good right now.
Yeah, yeah.
At
I don't
midnight,
feel
I'm playing
quite as
riding in
much
my
like a
truck.
crackhead.
Yeah, yeah. At midnight, I'm playing riding in my truck. Bitch, you gonna fuck?
But yeah, dude,
Yeah,
which is
because
a heater.
it is a heater. Yeah. But at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, it's a different vibe.
Hmm.
And I think
Hmm.
like talking about making music for nightclub, I have this kind of theory about how every subgenre of music is kind of that's performed live comes from the space where it is performed. So like punk sounds the way that it does because it was made in like dirty basements, in New York
Yep.
City and London. I think like arena rock sounds the way that it does because it's played in an arena. It's big, it's
Right.
vast. And house
Right.
music was invented in, you know, warehouses in Chicago and New York. So it's like the sound suits the environment. Dubstep, I
Hmm.
think, exploded in festivals. That's why when you go to a fucking festival and you hear dubstep, it sounds fucking sick.
Hmm. Yep.
I think it's and it's interesting. I heard this that when an artist gets bigger and they start playing arenas, they start adding more reverb on their recordings
Mm.
because they're used to
Mm.
hearing it. They went from playing maybe like small clubs to playing
Small. Yeah.
arenas, and now
Yep.
they're in the studio and they're like, "Where's all the reverb?" You know, you listen
Oh,
to like a Billie
interesting.
Eilish record that started out, that her early stuff, she was making it in her
It's all
bedroom.
super dry.
It's all super dry and super tight, and then she starts playing
Yeah.
arenas, and then it gets more big and vast.
Hmm. Yeah, honestly, it's back to the dubstep point. You listen to early dubstep and it's all like super dry, minimal, wobbly
Oh yeah.
garage influence
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the
Uh
UK, the
and
UK
then when
stuff.
Skrillex got a hold of it and commercialized it, it becomes bigger, it becomes this like
Yeah,
arena style thing
yeah. And that shit sounds sick on a big old fucking
on a
outdoor
big yeah,
stage.
yep.
It sounds fucking awesome. But in a
Hmm.
nightclub, it's like there's shit bouncing around. It's like, it's you have to be very intentional with the style based on the location where you're playing it.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Question.
Hmm.
Two-part question here. Number
Sure.
one, so do you uh do you ever when you're getting into a song have like a specific setting or environment in mind?
No, but I think that would be a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
probably because I play a lot of clubs. I'm thinking about how it's going to sound in the club, and I've
mhm.
noticed the more like the more I've done that, my tracks do sound better and better in the club.
Mm,
But then maybe if I took it to, an arena, it wouldn't sound as good,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
that makes total sense. So if you could have your perfect Arhat environment that you feel
Hmm.
like you're like down the middle Arhat tunes are made for, what would that vibe look like?
Well, it's funny because I probably like the Congo stage, like outside a Function One sound system. Like I love that whole like outdoor European kind of like. you know, Ibiza lounge or patio kind of terrace party. Like I love that vibe, you know. Like when I went to TV Lounge in Detroit, that's the best venue I've ever been to. That fucking patio at TV Lounge is
Yeah.
so sick. And it's not huge,
Yep.
it's not small, but they have these void sound systems and it's outside and it just sounds so sick. And they're playing this disgusting alien techno, like house. I don't even know what the fuck genre it is, but it's just like I have this. I've been making this joke recently. My favorite song. You know what my favorite song is? It
What's
goes.
that?
It's that one. It's the one that goes boom, 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 boom. You know that one, right?
Yeah, dude, I love that one. It's
Yeah,
my
it's a great
favorite.
song. But yeah, like just when like the bass is just like doof, 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 just like the kick drum just slapping, and everyone's just
Uh-huh.
vibing. You know, the sun's
Mm,
coming up. Like that vibe is incredible. And I think there's
yep,
something about outdoor like sound systems that are
yep.
small, like more medium-sized, intimate outdoor sound systems that sound so fucking good when they're set up the
Yep,
right way. And
yep.
like I I I think it's just like outside is basically the outside is a isolation booth. There's no when you have a speaker in a field, there's no reflections off walls or anything. You know, it's just
Mhm.
gonna it just goes out into the ether and it just
Yep,
sounds so fucking good, you know.
totally. And then especially when you have quadraphonic
Yep.
sound, you
Yep.
can the music
And it's
just hugs
really
you.
tuned and it's function ones,
Uh-huh.
the greatest
I'm really excited
speakers
for you guys'
ever made
set.
for dance music. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
yeah, I think that vibe is just it's unbeatable. And I think it any time of day, you know, it's you go outside, you get a really